Our lives were full of joy, fun, and happiness. We all were bounded with our hectic lifestyle, rushing towards our goals. But suddenly, everything was paused. The schools became empty, the restaurants were empty, the roads became empty, and the whole world went under the lockdown. Also, we all hide our faces behind a mask just because of a virus. Yes, it's because of the coronavirus and the pandemic which it caused, the COVID-19. It's been a year since the COVID-19 has been declared as a global pandemic which rooted from Wuhan, China. Since then, the humankind has faced the worst scenario of their lives, which totally changed our lifestyles, and yes, it also questioned the existence of our life. The virus and the pandemic has pushed the daily life of everyone into potential consequences, which specially impacted several agendas of youths. Youth started facing problems in all sectors such as education, job settlement, social life, and also especially in mental health. COVID-19 poses a threat to the education as the closure of the universities, colleges, and study centers created a serious backstep for the young people. The transition from in-class to the online learning impacted the students' learning methods and also other many methods. The surveys showed young students are afraid of failing the subject and also this caused less learning. The situation is even more critical for the people who are financially challenged where they are not easily accessible for tech resources or skills to use the online resources. The COVID pandemic hit a huge impact on the job sector where the pandemic directly affects the economy, therefore it affected the sector. This pandemic has caused millions of job loss worldwide due to the economic downfall and also because of the health protocols and lockdowns. It directly affected the youth who depend on their jobs to build their career and education. Also, it increased their debts. Young entrepreneurs with a dream of succeeding themselves were also became victims of these consequences. The mental health of the youths are seriously affected because of the pandemic and the impacts of it, like losing a job, death of a family member, sudden depression, debts because of the economic downfall, etc. It has been changed as a major problem caused by the pandemic. Studies have shown that 1 in 2 in the age between 18 to 30 are seriously affected by anxiety and depression because of the pandemic. These youths are in a serious need for counseling and offering of psychological and mental support to face the situation. Even though youths are facing these challenges on themselves, they didn't hesitate to play their respective roles in fighting against the pandemic. Youths are the most affected and also the most active in response to the fight against COVID-19. Several youths and youth organizations joined their hands virtually in this mission to support the nation and the needed ones. In this time of essential scarcity, the people who live in the daily wages faced serious troubles to feed their family. Many youths in the respective areas came forward to take care of their communities by providing essential dry foods and sanitization kits. These are being shared among the needy people by these youths by following all the health protocols. The youths the responsibility to use the social media wisely. The fake rumors about the pandemic is also equally started to spread like the virus. So, the youngsters took responsibility to share verified news and not to spread fake news. Also, the youth created awareness programs, webinars, posts, and tried their best to educate the public and people about the pandemic via online. It was a huge success as most of us are relied online these days. So, the news and the messages which were spread gave good impacts and gave an understanding in following health protocols and also to understand the importance of getting vaccinated. Also, the youths didn't hesitate in providing their intellectual abilities in fighting against the pandemic. Many students started their research about the pandemic situation and they joined hands in doing research about the virus. Most of the frontline people are active youths and they are giving their best to overcome the situation. Also, the tech guys created apps to track the cases and also to help the government in tracking the statistics about the COVID cases. Many projects are being carried by the students in a vision to fight against the pandemic, in an idea of building the country again. Today's youngsters are tomorrow's leaders. The youths are providing their best part to care their community in all practical ways, like taking free online lectures, spreading awareness about COVID-19, following the health guidelines, cleaning up their environment, and all sorts of volunteering activities they can do. Today's youngsters are much more considered in maintaining a healthy lifestyle by following a healthy diet and a healthy lifestyle by doing exercises, yoga and meditation. All sorts of these activities have impacted the youth in the long term and these can be expected to be in their lifestyles in the long run. Despite the conflicts and consequences faced by the youths, they didn't hesitate to stand back in supporting the community. As everything shifting to online, youths have started to adapt themselves for online learning, and also they shifted their business online to overcome the jobless problem. So, as I told you earlier in the beginning, even though this pandemic is being hard, we all have the courage to bounce back and build ourselves, as well as the country. So I hope the pandemic won't stop us being ourselves and to support others and to make the world as a better place to live. Thank you.